What up, Kings? Hope you're well. Programmatic King is back. In this video, I want to talk about this new phenomenon of the shaming economy. If you don't know what the shaming economy is, it's a new movement that I've picked up on platforms like Rumble, YouTube. So I want to talk about the impact of this movement on the advertising business. It's no secret that culture is changing, consumer behavior is changing, the entire country is changing right now as a result of this political situation that happened recently. So a lot of things are changing. It's easy for me to see it because I travel a lot. I'm in and out of the country all the time now. So it's very easy for me to see the changes in such a short period of time. What I love about this country is that when things start changing, they change so fast. Capitalism has this very interesting way of conforming to the popular culture. So the popular culture that I believe we're shifting to is what I'm calling the shaming economy. There's a lot of men that have been forced out of corporate America, that have been forced out of the job market. But as men, we have to survive. So they've found a way to profit off of showing how terrible society has become. I'm talking about shows such as Fresh and Fit. There's a bunch of what mainstream media would call the red pill community. For me, I saw it for what it was. I never labeled it red pill or whatever. I just saw it for exactly what it was. There's a group of men coming together online because there's no other place for them to share information, and sharing this information online and comparing notes and saying, hey, this has happened to me for the last 10 years or the last 20 years. Is it me, or is there somebody else who's gone through this? Thanks to social media, thanks to platforms like Rumble, X, YouTube, they've all come together and started comparing notes. And some of you guys who are watching this, you are aware of these channels. I'm mentioning Fresh and Fit because they're the biggest in the shaming economy right now. And they're making a lot of money. They're making a lot of money calling out the BS that is happening because they know there's an appetite for that kind of content. Recently, I noticed a major shift. I started watching Fresh and Fit about 3 years ago when it first came out, maybe 4 years ago now. They were a very small channel. They were probably around 250,000, 300,000 subscribers at the time during the height of the pandemic. And I've just watched as they've exploded in popularity. This has just become one of those platforms that if you need to know what the truth is in the dating market, that's where you go. Because a lot of people in the United States are going through a lot of relationship problems. So if you're going through a lot of relationship problems as a man, the logical step is to seek information on how to fix this issue that you're experiencing, this pain that you're going through. Men's issues have not been discussed in mainstream media for such a long time. If anything, they just shut you down. So nobody really knows the struggles of a man like that. The only people that know the struggles of a man are other men. So the shaming economy has exploded. There are a bunch of guys that have been watching channels like Fresh and Fit and have been inspired to start their own podcasts. Even the styles are kind of copying each other now. These are not massive channels, but they have maybe like 100,000 subscribers. And these guys are making good money. They don't need to go back to corporate. They don't need to go back and work for anybody because you can make a good living on a subscriber base of only 10,000 subscribers. And the thing about us men is like we know how to live way below our means. So if a man is making, let's say, $3,000 a month and they're not spending a lot of money, they can live very comfortably on $3,000 a month. Provided like they're not too much in debt, they can thrive off of that. I know guys that live in Thailand, Bangkok, that are in this niche, the shaming economy, that are making a decent living. It might not be 10,000 a month, it could be 3,000 a month, but if you're living in Thailand, $3,000 a month goes a long way. They're making a very comfortable living over there, living like kings out there. It's impossible for you to convince somebody like that to come work for you in corporate. It's impossible. With advertising, you have to always pay attention to where the attention is going. If the attention of all these young men in general, is shifting toward these channels, then logically, that's where the ad dollars are going to shift to eventually. It might not be this year, but I promise you, that day is coming when big brands are going to be jumping onto the bandwagon, going to kiss the ring of platforms like Fresh and Fit, Joe Rogan's, and begging these guys for sponsorship deals. The reality though is this: these guys know all the games. They have the leverage. If Fresh and Fit is getting a lot of the attention of a lot of men and you're selling products to men, Fresh and Fit is an obvious platform for you to promote your product, right? because that's where the attention is. I'm predicting this right now because we've seen this in the political space. So people copy each other. I truly believe there's going to be a lot of people that are going to have to kiss the ring, that are going to have to go and beg these guys to do a sponsorship deal. But you got to approach them correctly, though. The way you used to approaching other influencers that are probably ran through, there are 3 or 4s now, is not the same strategy that you will have with these guys. These guys have the power now. They have the leverage, especially now that DEI is gone. Are you kidding me? All these people that were trying to take platforms like Fresh and Fit and all this stuff, those are part of like the DEI hires. Now they're out of work. Facebook has just canceled DEI. Microsoft has gotten rid of DEI. So what do you think is going to happen in 2025 once the new king comes in power? You know who I'm talking about, the king. What do you think is going to happen once he takes office? He's going to lead this shaming economy. He's going to lead it, and everybody else is going to follow through because he's already done that already. He called out fake news years ago, and everybody discovered, oh, this guy was right. He called them out. These guys were fake. Now I live part-time in a very conservative country. It's so conservative over there, and there's so many things. For example, these X-rated sites, they block in that place. You can't even access X-rated sites. The only content that we consume when we're over there that is American is old stuff, like from the 90s. Like 50 Cent is big over there, right? Get Rich or Die Trying is a big hit over there. They don't know about these like new artists because they block it, because they know it's not good for society. It's not good for that society, for that conservative society. What might be good for the United States is not good for everybody else, and we just have to accept that. So what this means is that if we're seeing the shift towards conservative values in the United States, it's not going to go all the way. I don't believe it's going to go all the way conservative, but we will see conservative values becoming mainstream in this country in the next 4 years. Guarantee it. My job is to give you the facts of what is coming, so that when you are seeing these things that I'm calling out right now, you can remember this video that I told you so. That day is coming. So just be ready that a lot of attention is going to shift towards conservative content, or content that is going to be talking about truths, a lot of truths, because a lot of people are being scammed out here. It's very easy to see it. My insurance company is trying to scam me. Everybody's trying to scam me. Everybody's on high alert right now. So anybody that dishes out the truth is going to win in this new economy. These young men that are out of work, they're seeing this. They're like, what? You telling me? This is how a logical man thinks. He sees people like Fresh and Fit. They posted, by the way, a screenshot of how much money they made last month. They're making millions. So a young man will see that and be like, wait a minute. Are you telling me that Fresh and Fit made millions off of shaming, and all they had to do is do a podcast? I'm gonna do a podcast. I don't need millions. Maybe I just need like 2-3 grand. That's how young men think, because people are followers. So they're gonna be thousands of these guys. There are already hundreds of them right now, but I'm telling you right now, they're gonna be thousands of them, because the economy is in the trash. People gotta make money. I hope you got some value from this video, and if you're interested in working with the best programmatic team in the business, schedule time. I'll put a link in the description of this video. Listen, we're living in strange times, and you need somebody in your corner to give you the real out here, to give you proper perspective, so that you don't sink, so you're not blindsided when things are changing. Right now we're already seeing the cost of me running ads on CNN, MSNBC is nothing. It's cheap for me to get ads on CNN. Back in the day, you couldn't get a sponsorship deal on CNN for cheap. You couldn't. I've seen the ad rates completely collapse. And I know why, because the attention is not there anymore. All the attention is with guys like Fresh and Fit. So I'm gonna give you some game on how to navigate these guys, how to make sure you get in front of your audiences and sell your products. Schedule time, let's talk about it. I'll give you more game.